I'm gonna flip fake it till you make it on its head today and show you why be authentic till you make it is actually how you make a music career work for you in 2025 and in 2026 coming up. And it's not because it's morally better, it's because it's strategically smarter. Let me explain. When I was in music college, and I learned an electronic music production course like 13, 14 years ago, however long ago it was. One of the teacher that taught us about the music industry course told us about faking it till you're making it, which made total sense at the time. It felt a bit fake, even back then, but it makes total sense. If you want to look like the people that are doing the thing that you want to do the thing that those guys are doing. You post about the shows, you play the shows, you release the music, you remix artists that you like, all those things. Super important, and I agree with a bunch of those concepts. It definitely helped me become the artist that I wanted to be. But from where I'm standing now, I feel like there's a very dangerous line between acting as if and pretending. And in my opinion, that line is what's killing artists' career right now. Let's define it properly. Not in cliches, but in real terms. When people say fake it till you make it, they don't mean lie. They mean act as if. You project a version of yourself that already made it. It's psychological. You behave like the person you want to become. And eventually your behavior catches up in reality. And that part is amazing. You embody the person you want to become. You're doing the things that the person that you want to become being is doing, and you can only become by doing. That's the good part. But here's what actually happens when you try to fake it. You look at successful musicians online, all the big artists, the brands. They're posting all the festival footage from the big dance floors, the main stages, the Burning Man art cars, their album announcements, all the remixes that they just got for their album, the next show they're playing. That's what they're posting. They have a brand that's working and it's looking delicious. So you copy them because you want to look like a successful artist. You want to look busy, even though you just started your journey or you're in the middle of your journey. The thing that you're doing is that you're mimicking what they're doing now. You're not mimicking what they did to get to where they are right now. Now, those people that you're looking at, most of them built their careers in the last 20, 30, 10 years, which was a different world. There wasn't the same social media, no AI, different everything. The world was a different place. You're not living in the same world they grew their business in. So your trajectory to your career has to be different. The way you're going to approach this has to be different. There's a lot to learn from it if you look at the journey they take, but you have to understand that you don't live in the same world that those guys made their brand in. Faking it till you're making it can easily mean burnout in this day and age. Trying to copy from those artists, in my opinion, is one of the biggest things that makes artists absolutely hate social media. You didn't make it yet to that level. You don't have a brand, but you're a person that's building a brand, which is probably your biggest advantage. I don't think there's any artists that like fake. You're creative, you're not corporate. You want to grow online, but you can't get yourself to post on social media because it feels inauthentic. This is one of the biggest things I'm trying to do with all these videos and everything I'm posting online. I'm trying to get artists to stop building brands and to transition to walking and looking at their social media as personal brands, especially when you're starting, especially when you're still in the journey to get to the place where you want to get. So you don't have to behave like those brands. You don't need to only show authority. You can create connections online. You can share real life stuff and build an audience as you grow your authority within the space that you're about to take over with your brand. Now, there's three types of brands. There's a company brand, which focuses on an entity or a group like Coca-Cola or Apple or Nike or one of those big companies. The company is the brand. There's a product brand, which is the MacBook, the iPhone, the Jordans, Ableton. Those brands focus on the product itself. And there's a personal brand. Just like Michael Jordan, as a personal brand, made a product with the brand of Nike. He made the Jordans, the shoes. Now here's why it matters for musicians that are starting out or already on their journey. A personal brand lets you be authentic to who you really are. Not in a fluffy way, though it can still work. I know authentic is a very fluffy word nowadays. It basically means that you lean towards the person that you already are. And when you do that, you become the brand. And because you are a unique person, your hobbies, your habits, your inspirations, the book you read, the podcast you listen to, the music techniques that you have the biggest differentiator from everyone else in the marketplace just by you being you. Even if the music that you're making doesn't have its own sound yet, which I assume you'll get to, we all get to it in the end. But even if you like your dubstep to sound regular, or you sound like your favorite artist, or whatever it is, by you being you, you still differentiate your brand, who you are on social media, and how people interact with you, what they see when they come to your business front, which is your social media. They will get to interact with a brand that's more than just the music. And you are more than just the music. Hopefully. Well, you can do whatever you want, but I assume that you have more to offer than just music. It's one of your biggest advantages, especially nowadays. As an electronic music producer, you're a one-person business and you sell art. A solopreneur that chose to make music for a living. If you can harvest more and more tips to make this road a bit easier on yourself, I would say that this is one of the best tips. Be authentic till you make it. We're already the brand itself. We're the marketing team, we're the distribution, we're the factory line. We make the product. We're the supply chain of this whole business that we're doing. And my God, it takes a while for the supply to actually go to market when it comes to art. You leaning into that, you leaning into the fact that you're the marketer, the supply chain, and everything in between is actually more reasons to show online. There's more things to share. There's more value to be created for everyone else that's following. If you're going to try and act like a company brand or a product brand, you're going to feel fake just because that's not actually where you are yet. One of my favorite quotes from Naval Ravikant is you escape competition through authenticity. Think about it. There's thousands of producers out there that probably make the same genre as you. They use the same plugins, they use the same DAW, same techniques, whatever. They all use social media just to say, new track out now. One of the only ways that is guaranteed for you to stand out is by you being you, leaning towards the only thing that will always stay special and unique. It's not about being better than someone else. It's not if you can beat someone else, get there faster. It's just about you leaning towards who you really are and share it online. Come from your angle. If you like dubstep and you like yoga, be the dubstep yoga person. If you like techno and you like rock climbing, be the rock climber that likes techno. There's so many things you can do. It doesn't have to become cringe. It's just about leaning into who you are to create yourself a space that will hold only you without a lot of competition. And the more you share, the more you will attract the right people to your brand. Either people that would love you, or that would love your music, or that will hopefully love both. Now, one of the biggest things that artists should do, especially now, is post on social media. I would highly recommend to go into this game and post daily. Try to get quantity out. Try to make it habitual for yourself to actually post on social media. Because that's where everyone is. That's where the marketplace is. If someone finds you on Spotify and they see your music over there, they will go to your social media pages to actually see where you're going to play next, where you're from, what you're up to. If they want to come to a show, that's where it's going to be. Either on social media or on your website. Websites cost money, so I assume as a starving artist, you probably want to go with the social media, the free option that you got to market yourself and show yourself to the world where they can interact with your brand in real life or online. And on top of that, you probably want that anyone that just discovered you through SoundCloud or whatever will come to your social media and see a business that's working. Maybe they'll get a free sample pack. Maybe they'll get to listen to a post from you about the story for the album they just heard. Some behind the scenes actions. Maybe they'll get to see you're a rock climber. You're not just a techno producer. They get to see who's the person behind the music they just heard. Share a book that you like, share a remix that you did. You being you, sharing it and creating value to your colleagues, to your followers, to your friends, to people that's behind you on the same journey. You give all of those peoples more reason to join you on this path. You're building your audience from more than just music because you can offer more than just music. And that's what happens when you fake it till you make it and you try to do what the big boys are doing. How all the bigger artists look, where all they post about is authority posts. It's announcement about where you can catch them on tour, the show they just played, and the album they just released. And if you only do those things, you don't have enough reason to show up on social media. And if you didn't finish a track for half a year, when someone will come to your social media, it will look dead. Your business would look shut. If you lean into your authenticity, it wouldn't feel fake to post online. And you're an artist. I know it and you know it. When it feels fake, it just feels fake. It doesn't feel good. And if it doesn't feel good, you wouldn't do it again. You wouldn't want to go back to social media, which, again, like I said, is one of the most important things you can do for yourself right now. Even if you're just at the start of your journey, you can start by posting. You're building in public. You're sharing your journey. You're not pretending to be someone that you're not. You're exactly who you are. So how do you actually do that? How do you share your journey without burning out and without feeling fake? I talk about it a bunch on this channel, and I have a full course that's completely free, and it's a 5-day email course, and you can get it in the link in the description, completely free, where I share exactly why and how you should approach harvesting more and more of your creativity to create momentum in your social media and share more things with people that follow you. Free stuff and things you can monetize as well. But let's get into it shortly in this video. Basically, what you want to notice is the fact that you have byproducts to your product line. So just by you showing up and making a track today, everything you didn't use, all things you did use, can go into a sample pack, you can make presets from it, you can harvest the things that you're doing for the tracks, for the final form of your art, and make them into digital products. Now you can share these things for free, you can monetize them, you can do whatever you want to do, but all those things, all those byproducts, the creative waste from your creative sessions still have value. A video of how you got to that lead sound still have value. You just learned a mixing technique that you needed for those vocals you had in your track. Share that with everyone that follows you. Other producers, colleagues, people that behind you on their journey will highly appreciate it. You become a person that has goodwill. Your brand will be paired with goodwill, and that's definitely something people go back to. Now, I would say, just off the top of my head, that if you start posting on social media, hopefully daily or 5 times a week or however you're capable of, try to give value, give 80, 90% of your posts, and 10 to 20% you ask for something, you promote, you announce the other thing, you ask them to buy your track or you ask them to come to your show or whatever it is. Accept that, give, share knowledge, share information, share your experience. Document your journey. You don't need to produce a product every time. You can just document and share it. It has value within it. Just stop creating more work for yourself and harvest value from what's already existing. So that's it. That's the alternative to fake it till you make it, is to be authentic till you make it. I think that if you understand that you're a one-person music business, you can really lean into it. Right now, when 2025 is ending and 2026 is coming up, it's a great time for a shift in your perspective. It's a great time to work on your business, to promise yourself how the next year would be the year when you're going to start making it happen. Consider yourself as a personal brand, not a brand. That's where you are, and that's where you're going to feel the most authentic as an artist and as an individual. If I can leave you with some tiny practical steps, I would say this. Step 1 is shift the ratio of how you post on social media. Just do the thing. For the next 30 days, 9 posts give value, 1 post asks for something. That's your formula for the next 30 days. Step 2, find where you're ahead. What did you figure out that someone else didn't figure out yet? It doesn't have to be miraculous. It doesn't have to be the first time anyone ever said anything like that, but something you can lean into that you feel comfortable with, and it's worth sharing. Step 3, harvest everything. Save the loops from the latest tracks, save the audio effect track you made for your lead sound, make some serum presets, share your stories, share some new techniques you figured out in your stories. Harvest those moments that you're already doing by being a creative person and share them with the world. Build goodwill, add to your content library, and get more people to interact with your brand on that level. And number 4, try to add one more thing. Pick one more interest out of music, and maybe once a week or once a month, try to post about it. Try to relate it to music. I do it over here. I like music and I like business, and I talk about the interaction between them. And see what happens. See if it feels good. See if leaning to who you really are and the things that you like will actually feel good to share, even if it's on your brand page on social media. So let's wrap it up. Be authentic till you make it. Avoid competition through authenticity. Build a personal brand first and get to the brand later if you want. Give value first and ask sometimes. Share all of your journey, not just your wins. And remember that your path is different. You live in a different world from all the people that you're trying to mimic. If you're going and mimicking something from them, look at how they got there, who they had to remix to get to where they are, who they collabed with to enhance their brand, to get more audience to interact with them and know about their brand and that they're making music. There's a lot to learn from it, but just remember to be authentic till you make it. Not because it's morally better, but because it's strategically smarter. In my opinion, that is how you build a brand that lasts in this day and age. Now, if you want to learn about the new roadmap that I have for musicians, go check out that video on my channel where I break through how you get to live the life you want from harvesting the creative West, just like I talked about. Check out the 5-day email course if you want. And if you ever want to work with me, link in the description, join the academy, bunch of legends learning about music production and music business, leveling up everything in their life. Check it out. I hope this video was valuable. That's a subject I wanted to talk about for so long. Sorry, this was a bit of a long one, but I really had a lot to say. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here.